Hello everyone, and this is Ed from Slayer Pro Gamers, and welcome to our first game review of Halo Reach. Halo Reach was out sometime, but I thought I'd get my own review with it, to clarify, the ifs and the wrongs and the goods and the bads, that shit, so this is Halo Reach, the prequel to the Halo series, and it's really turned out to be the first game of this series, even though it's the last game that came out next to the Anniversary Edition, but this game, dates back before the events of Halo Combat Evolved. Obviously, about the battle on Reach, the planet, how the Spartans, try to basically turn the things into, what would come of Combat Evolved in Halo 2 and Halo 3, and how Master Chief would win it all. So, this is the beginning title of the campaign. You can see Reach right there. And basically, what I thought about personally in this game is that it had the most realistic visuals I ever seen in a video game in that date. This was back in 2010, but it was the most realistic game I've ever seen, ever played. I mean, the visuals were stunning. The combat system was amazing, and everything. A lot of things about it was just unbelievable. You can't. There are a few things you can argue about this game. There are a lot of differences between the previous Halo games, where I think hardcore fans were a little disappointed about the changes, but that's what separates this from other games like Call of Duty and other Assassin's Creed games, is that changes do occur in the series, and you can't say they don't. There's the reasonable argument that some people say they do and they don't, but there are a lot of changes to this game than the other ones, as this is like the other one's a prequel to the whole series. This is the very beginning of how everything started, and you finally get to meet some new fresh characters and Spartans along the way, like you see here. And your main control of the character is Noble 6. Kind of a disappointment to me, I think, because like Master Chief, he has no real identity. You don't get to see his face. You never get to see his name. They call him by Noble 6 all the time. And that's a real disappointment about this character, is that he died like the rest of the Spartans in the story. But you never get to see his face like you do the other Noble team here. Like, you see their faces, they have a name, personality, strengths, weaknesses, everything except Noble 6, which I thought that Bungie should have gave him a more personality, even a face in that matter. I mean, it's good to have some mystery in there, because that's what makes Master Chief the golden man of video games here. But this is a one-time character. They should have given him a bigger appearance than than just this. But the cool part about this game that separates from the rest is that it's very customization. Like when you start from the game, you get to customize your Spartan. You change the colors, basically Noble 6. You change the colors, change the armor when you get the biome. So it's really cool right there to do that. That's what makes this game really top notch, is the customization, the fun of doing it. And this is all played out through the entire campaign, which is really high tech, and I thought, and it proves to be one of the most outstanding Halo games in the series. It's definitely not the worst, but it's not the top best. I think that a lot of people argue, say that Halo 1 or Halo 2 or Halo 3 is the top best. Obviously, the first three is the game, but the controls and mechanics couldn't even be more clear in this game. And as you see there, they're very easy, they're very understandable. Everything works out, and the differences between this game and the other games is that there are perks, which is what we call, the gamers themselves that play this game, is like perks you get. They are different from Master Chief, because usually he has guns and melees and that's it. But now you can pick up perks like sprint, armor lock, hologram, jetpack, tons of cool stuff. But it's different when you play on multiplayer. They get really competitive, and it's really hard stuff. And as you see the multiplayer here, it's a lot more clear, and a lot more visual friendly, and a lot more easy too. The mechanics are completely different from the previous Halo games. Now it's like more of a headshot matter and more skill drained than previous Halo games, especially Halo 3. It was more like a free run and gun, but this one you actually have a lot of skill, unless you will not survive this multiplayer experience. Not that it drives the fun away, but it helps. It helps to have a lot of skill in this game. And like you see there, the multiplayer is amazing, but it does have these glitches in there, as you saw there previous seconds ago. You know, like that. You know, like you're coming up. You know, depending on your internet connection, naturally, because I have a slow internet connection, but even high internet connection, the server can jump around, it can glitch, and it's not technically your fault. It's not you know, another guy's fault. It's just, you know, it depends on the server. The server, you know, just so many people using this game. You know, and this multiplayer is really a lot of fun. You know, besides the little glitches it does. You know, it's better than a lot of other multiplayer games out there. A lot more fun, a lot more friendly, competitive if you like it. You know, it's a lot of skill you can do in each map. Like in this one, sword base, the camping ground in the yellow room, the lift room. So you know, it's a lot of fun. You know, and the only thing is just, you know, a lot of people trash talk you will see here, but it's just basically just have fun at it. You don't take it too hard. And for the first time ever, we get to fly in space, which is the first in the Halo series. You know, we never actually drove, you know, a flying vehicle of this type, this high into space, and you can see the visuals are so incredible. You know, and the mechanics are easy. They could have been a little more loose, I think, but you know, this is the first for everything, and Bungie has done a great job with this small part in the game. You know, actually, you know, which makes it really different from previous Halo games, which I really thought was a good thing to it. You know, I'm glad to play. I'm glad to see it's the best that they can do. It's a way to change the game, and hopefully we can see that later in the series. You know, as you see here, another perfect example of how amazing the visuals are. You know, you could not get any better than this. I don't think you could. You probably can today in 2012, but you know, that year this was taken all by Halo. Yeah, I really couldn't see more better visuals than this. You know, and it's so deep. Not just it's good visuals, just it's so deep. You know, because about the story is that it's the fall of Reach. It's the fall of Spartans, which also leads to Master Chief being the last of the Spartans, and to see how they fell, what they did to try to win this war. You know, this is really what matters in the story, is, you know, the Spartans fighting for freedom. Which we really got to look at here. If you don't understand that story, then you will not get this concept of the game. It's not about Master Chief. It's not about anything else. You know, it's about the Spartans making a stand, and how they tie into the whole thing with Cortana, because Cortana is from this planet. Well, technically not, but she is found on this planet. So that's what you got to look at here. Is that, you know, when you play the game, you'll see that, you know, by Dr. Hazley, which I believe her name is, I forgot. But you know, the doctor finds her, and then the Spartans have to take her, you know, take her off planet, which is the last vessel where Master Chief is, in which that, well, turns up for Halo Combat Evolved. You know, and like I said, this game is all about Reach and the fight on Reach. You know, if you were looking for anything else in the series, this is not the game to show it. This is all about Reach and the Spartans on Reach. So, you know, I just love it how, you know, how this thing is so military-like. It's kind of like playing a Call of Duty game a little bit, but this is the future, you know, in its own Halo way. You know, this will never be a Call of Duty game, but it's like, you know, it's like that. You know, like it's like playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 again, where it's all like that. And as you can see, you know, just I was so when I first played this, I was so impressed by this, how far they went. You know, there's so many changes from Halo 3 and the other two prequels that came before this game. You know, this truly is a master prequel to everything. You know, I wish there were different things in here. There was more to see of Reach, because this ain't the longest Halo game. It's actually, it's always been saying it's a little bit of the short side. But it's not that bad. It's enough time for me. And yeah, I think in like less than 7 hours you can beat the game. But it's a memorable experience, and that's what counts. You know, I wouldn't really draw back this game, you know, because it was too short and nothing like that. This is a good game to play. And an amazing multiplayer experience, which still holds like over 100,000 people per day, even to this day. You know, and if you're a true Halo fan, you won't hate on this game as much. You know, just because of differences of the perks, you know, the multiplayer experience or the campaign. I mean, Bungie always wanted to change things. They don't want to stand at the same things all the time. So yeah, you got to look at it from their perspective too. And overall, I give this game a 9.225 out of 10. which is, you know, the little glitches in the game which gets a little ticking off, but it's almost perfect. It's almost near perfect. I couldn't ask for a better experience, you know, of a game for a Halo game, and I hope to look forward to Halo 4 from 343. Thank you.